as I was coming through all of this, I soon found out that one of the biggest companies that I was with, Universal Music, it's the second part of the ugly truth. We began to research things to check on my royalties and my statements and things that of that nature, only to find out a lot of my publishing, a lot of my royalties, my mechanicals, they have all pretty much been stolen.
What are the odds that just after Angie Stone starts exposing Universal Music Group for stealing from her for decades, she ends up in a road accident, being the only one who dies, while 8 others survive? All this happening right after she declared she would do whatever it takes to make them pay for her life's work, for her children, and for her grandchildren.
One way or the other, Universal Music, you're gonna have to give up my coins. And so what I'm doing now is whatever is necessary to make sure they pay me for the legacy of my life, for my children and my grandchildren. They're gonna have to give me my money.
When I tell you that Angie's passing has been super suspicious, I mean exactly that. In the last few months, aside from exposing UMG, she's been calling out the music industry in general. Not long ago, she was also revealing how D'Angelo and Mary J. Blige were used to sabotage her career.
It was told to me that they were single-handedly put in charge of sending out letters everywhere to make people think that I was the cause of him being exposed to alcohol, to everything that could have gone wrong. And we need you to mail this out. And that person knew that it was all fabricated.
Allegedly, all the things Angie Stone has been revealing might be connected, and they could have ultimately led to her death. And get this, why was Blige transcribing text messages between him and Angie from just a few days ago, where she was sharing very personal information? A lot has been going on, y'all, so let's get right to it. Now, just to give some context, we're not about to ignore Angie's legacy or her massive contributions to the entertainment industry. Angie was born into a musical family. Her mother sang around the house, and her father performed gospel and blues at local spots. As an only child, Angie looked up to her dad, and he played a major role in shaping her dreams. She went on to help form The Sequence, the first all-female group signed to the hip-hop trailblazing label, Sugar Hill Records, and they became one of the first female groups to record a rap song. Later, Angie joined the trio Vertical Hold before launching her solo career. Of course, we know Angie for hits like Asterisk, No More Rain, In This Cloud Asterisk, which topped Billboard's Adult R and B Airplay chart for 10 weeks. Asterisk Be Asterisk with legendary soul singer Betty Wright, another #1 hit, and Asterisk Wish I Didn't Miss You Asterisk and Asterisk Brother Asterisk. Her 2001 album, Asterisk Mahogany Soul Asterisk, reached number 22 on the Billboard 200, and in 2007, Asterisk The Art of Love and War Asterisk peaked at number 11. But Angie didn't just stop at music. She also showcased her acting chops, starring in films like Asterisk The Hot Chick Asterisk with Rob Schneider, Asterisk The Fighting Temptations Asterisk with Cuba Gooding Jr. and Beyonce, and Asterisk Ride Along Asterisk with Ice Cube and Kevin Hart. She even graced the Broadway stage as Big Mama Morton in Asterisk Chicago Asterisk. Angie also shared her vulnerability on reality TV, appearing on Asterisk Celebrity Fit Club Asterisk and Asterisk R and B Divas Atlanta Asterisk. She was truly a trailblazer in the music industry, but sadly, just like many of her peers, the moment she started questioning where her money was going, she died. The thing is, Angie never knew that Universal Music Group had been stealing from her for decades. Once she found out, she set out on a mission to expose them. Angie's connection to UMG dates back to her time as a songwriter for MCA, which she began in 1990. MCA Incorporated, the parent company of MCA Records, rebranded as Universal Studios, Incorporated in 1996, and its music division became Universal Music Group. She was signed to MCA/Universal as a songwriter and later formed the R&B trio Vertical Hold under their label. In a candid video posted on January 2nd, Angie revealed the alleged mismanagement of her earnings over a career that spanned more than 40 years. At the start of the video, she talked about battling a severe blood infection that forced her to take a break from touring and seek immediate medical attention. During her recovery in intensive care, Angie discovered alarming discrepancies in her financial records. About 15 minutes into the video, she explained that a significant portion of her publishing, royalties, and mechanicals had been stolen by UMG. Angie said that after being in the business for over 40 years, she began wondering where her royalties were going, as she wasn't receiving them. Eventually, she found out that Universal Music had been taking all of her royalties and mechanicals. In her video, she expressed deep disappointment in what she saw as both negligence and deliberate financial misconduct.
A walking testimony that God has carried me all this time, because if you only knew how much money they have taken from me, how much they have stolen from me, monies that I'm supposed to be, I should have been able to retire 20 years ago with the money I've made, supposedly. But there are key people that have been driving the ships. And what they've been doing is improperly representing me, improperly stealing from me, taking things in their own hand, changing and switching lanes because they knew I didn't know that part. See, I'm not an attorney. I don't know everything.
Angie also made it clear that she was determined to make Universal Music Group pay up. She said she was going to do whatever it took to ensure they compensated her for her life's work, for her children, and for her grandchildren. She further alleged that the proper registration procedures for her songs had been neglected, claiming that there were several class action suits over her songs that were never properly registered by the company she signed them over to. Additionally, she revealed that she had a dedicated team looking into what she believed was owed to her, and she even warned future artists about the pitfalls of the industry. Then just weeks later, she ends up dead. Now, I don't want to sound like a conspiracy theorist, but the fact that she was the only one to die in an accident that involved a van with other passengers raises some serious questions, especially considering it happened right after she started exposing UMG, a company that has previously been accused of sabotaging and even causing harm to artists who fight for their rights. Here's what happened. The vehicle Angie was in, traveling back to Atlanta from Alabama, flipped over and was then struck by a big rig. Everyone else in the van survived, but Angie was pronounced dead at the scene. According to the Alabama Highway Patrol, the 2021 Mercedes-Benz Sprinter van rolled over on Interstate 65 at around 4:25 a.m. on Saturday, March 1st, and was hit by a 2021 Freightliner Cascadia truck driven by a 33-year-old man from Texas. The driver and 7 others in the van were taken to Baptist Medical Center for treatment, but Angie died on the spot. Naturally, her death shocked many, especially considering her recent outbursts, and some people even speculated that it might have been planned. But as I said, this wasn't the only exposing Angie was doing. Back in September of last year, Angie posted another video where she uncovered more of the darker sides of the music industry. She revealed how her ex, D'Angelo, and Mary J. Blige were allegedly used to sabotage her career. Angie's relationship with D'Angelo was already controversial, but she went on to explain that, years after they broke up, an employee from D'Angelo's management sent letters to industry professionals, falsely accusing her of introducing him to drugs and alcohol. The letters also claimed she was controlling and hard to work with, which she said damaged her career. However, Angie made it clear she didn't blame D'Angelo for this and believed he had no knowledge of the situation. Instead, she placed the blame on his business handlers, who she claimed did everything they could to break them up and ruin her reputation.
So the person let me know, and is going on record to say that when the time comes, they will step up to the mic and let it be known that that was their assignment, to destroy my credibility by way of making me look crazy in a relationship that was innocent and pure and real. As a matter of fact, it was so real and pure, you could tell by the nourishment of the music then was just pleasant, it was real, it was pure.
Basically, what Angie was saying is that there had been a carefully executed plan over decades to make sure she lost her footing in the industry. It's only recently that she started uncovering the truth behind all of it. So when you look at the whole picture, it makes sense why some people might believe her death was also part of that plan. Regarding Mary J. Blige, Angie revealed that Kurt Woodley, Mary's manager at Uptown Records, had asked Angie to work with and mentor Mary, as he believed Mary reminded him of Angie. But according to Angie, Mary never showed any gratitude for her help. She didn't acknowledge Angie's contributions, and even took a song that Angie had recorded with D'Angelo without permission.
She don't never have to really acknowledge me, but I was surprised at the end of the day when my song that we talked about the other day, Every Day and Die, was leaked on her project. I really thought you had a lot more respect for me than that. After all, my love and my hard work and perseverance with you was genuine. So that's my secret rendition of...
Once again, Angie was essentially saying that Mary J. Blige was being used as part of a plan to sabotage her career. Angie never directly said whether Mary was a willing participant in this, but the fact that she saw what was happening and didn't intervene makes Mary look like a backstabber, a snake. What Angie was trying to warn other artists about was how they should be cautious of such things happening in the industry. Something else that doesn't make sense is how Albie Shaw was out here transcribing text messages between him and Angie Stone from just a few days ago, where she revealed very personal information. In the text, Angie reached out to him saying, "Hey hun, it's Angie Stone. Please give me a call ASAP." Lot of stuff happening regarding this transplant situation. I have 2 possible donors, but they're discriminating against blacks. Now it's been 5 years. He responded, "Hey there, queen. Great to hear from you. I'm on the plane and we'll touch base as soon as I land."